Okay, hey there again. So for this video, we will now be creating or building the game, the letter catch game, a 3-level literacy game. And afterwards, we're gonna make an installer for it so that you can easily share it or install to any PC you want to install it. So our platform here, Windows, Mac, and Linux. So it is built for computers or laptop. It is either Windows OS, Mac, or Linux. But before that, I want to head over to our level one. I'm gonna make here a boundary um, below the edge of the camera. I'm gonna make a boundary here wherein if the letters that have not been caught by the player, especially the wrong ones, and the power up as well, if the player wasn't able to catch the power up, I want it to be destroyed when it passes this boundary. And also I'm gonna put a boundary here for the launch missile, which will um, fly upwards and go towards the edge of the screen at the top, and then it will be, or eventually it will be destroyed once it touches this boundary that we will be making here. So to do that, we're just gonna add here um, empty, and then let's name this boundary bottom, and then let's just duplicate this one, rename, let's rename it boundary top, and we're gonna move this one here, bottom, so here, and then the top we're gonna move it here, and we're just gonna add here collider component, box collider 2D, and we're just gonna adjust the bound or this boundary at the top and set it to its trigger, and we're gonna do the same for the bottom. We're gonna add box collider 2D and set to its trigger, and then we're gonna add scripts to it. So bottom up, we're gonna catch it's either the wrong letter, the power up, or the right letter. For the right letter, if it wasn't, or if it's not caught by our player here. So let's head over to our scripts. Let's add boundary script, boundary script, and then we're just gonna attach it to the do boundaries that we have just made. So select, oops, it's still compiling, and okay, let's select the two boundaries here, and then let's drag this boundary, yep, boundary script, and open. Dun, dun, dun. So since we just want it to collide and destroy the object, so we're just gonna write the on trigger function, void on trigger, enter 2D. Okay, what is it? On trigger, enter 2D, and then let's change this to call. So let's have first the condition for the boundaries at the bottom. So the possible objects that will collide with this are the wrong letter, right letter, and the power up. So if I'm not mistaken, the power up, this one, power up activator, is tagged as missile. So we're just gonna write if call, let's have first the power up, call that game object that tag is equal to missile, simply destroy um, call the object that collides with the boundary, call that game object. And then we're gonna do the same for the right letter and the wrong letter. So this one, right letter, and this one for the wrong letter. Make sure that you write or type the same format and the letters that you have written on your tag object. So hit Ctrl S, and then for the top boundary, so we didn't tag this one, so I guess we should be tagging this one, let's say missile, but written as uppercase. All letters are uppercase. Missile. So let's tag this one missile. So if we collide, or if the boundary, the top boundary collide with missile, written all caps lock or all uppercase, missile. Hit Ctrl S, and they're just gonna destroy those game objects that will exceed or move at the edge or on the edge of the screen. Since not all of the letters will be catched by the player, and the power up, which is the missile, will move upward without any boundaries. So since we made now recreated a boundary, they will be destroyed eventually when they pass through that boundary. So make sure that they are both set to is trigger. And we're gonna do the same for the level 2 and 3. Let's just try it this one. Okay, so let's see here in the scene view. So there you have it. Every time the letter passes through the boundary, it is destroyed. So, missile. Okay, okay. So that's it, and I guess we have to change back the code here. It should be yeah, it's already 5. Where's the game manager? We don't have the game manager. So 5, not 1. We have to change the condition for the winning score to 5. So scripts, game manager. Let's change it now before we make or build this game. So if life score is equal to 5, so that will depend on you. If you want the learner or the player to play longer, you can just adjust the score. So for me, I'll just have a default of 5. Hit Ctrl S. So let's just do create the boundary for level 2 and 3. So let's head over to level 2. Scenes, level 2. I'm gonna add create empty boundary bottom, and then let's duplicate this one, rename it boundary top, and let's just move it to the place where it should be. So bottom, so this should be at the bottom, and this should be at the top. And then we're gonna add Add component, box collider 2D, set to is trigger, edit, and then we make it longer. Oops, boundary top, edit the, oops, boundary top, as well as for the boundary bottom. So hit Control, oops. We will be attaching again the scripts, boundary script. Hit Control S, and then let's head over to level 3. Level 3, create empty, rename it as boundary bottom, and duplicate the boundary top, and then move them to their rightful place or rightful position. Okay, add component, box collider 2D, set to is trigger, edit the collider. And then, as well as for the top, add component, box collider 2D is trigger, then we're gonna edit this one. Yep. So there we have it, and so that's the final finishing touch of the game. So let's try it once again. Let's try the game one more. Let's load the main menu. So when we hit the play button, so main menu play, catch the letter M, and we will be waiting 8 full time of seconds. So this is the prep time of the learner, so that he or she will be able to know what letter to catch. Okay. Guess we're lucky. Most of the oops. And go, and good. Catch the letter S for level 2. Oops, those are the wrong letters. S, come here, S. Okay, S. Whenever the power up or the missile hits the correct letter, it also increments the score. And last level, catch the letter A. So as you can see, each level we reset the number of power up. Oops, we're not gonna catch that one. Okay, 2. Oops, power up again. 2 more, and we're gonna finish this game. One more letter A. A, please give me an A, give me an A. Okay, and and there we have it. So let's now build our game. So to do that, head to File, Build Settings, and make sure every scene is included in your scenes to build. And here, we're not gonna change anything here, except for the player settings. So why is it not opening? Player settings. Let's head over to player settings. So here, so if you want to, if the player setting is not opening here in the build setting, just like that's like what's happening to me right now. you can just head over to your project settings. So to do that, edit and select project settings. So player, so you're gonna edit here if you want to name, or if you want to a brand for your game. So let's say for me, tech eds, and then letter catch, not two, letter catch, oh yeah, letter catch in version 1.1. And if you want to add an icon, so I'm just gonna select here this one, and then default cursor, I'm not gonna put anything to that. And then yep, splash image. So if you want to have let's say this one, or we haven't made that one. So if you want splash before or after the made in Unity splash screen, if you want to have or to add your logo of your company or your brand, you can add it in here. So for other settings, um, we will not be configuring that. We're just gonna set them as default. So product tech adds letter catch and version 1.0. So if you make any changes to the game, you can make this version 1.1, 1.2, and so on and so forth. So let's head back to our build settings. And remember, in our maybe it's part 4 of our video, um, I did taught you back there, or that we should be where's the desktop? Not this one. Mhm. Okay. Yep. We created two folders. One for the game assets, which are the sprites that we have or that we use in our game, and the export location or directory, which is the letter catch. So we're going to set the directory here, located on your desktop, and the name of the folder is letter catch, or the folder name, the same to the name of our game. So build. So everything is ready, and hit build. And on your desktop, look for the folder letter catch. Not this one. This one is for my original game, the 26 levels, since I included all the letters in that um, game, not just the M, S, and A. So letter catch and select folder, and we're just gonna wait and build the game. And we're done building. So to locate the game, you're just gonna find the folder or the directory that we have just made earlier. So the letter catch, and here it is. Now you can see you have now the executable software for your game. So actually, it's up to you if you want to make an installer for your game, or you can just directly open this game inside this folder. So if you're not going to make this as an installer or a package installer, if you want to share it to your friends, you will be copying this folder, including all the um, files inside the folder. um, you won't be able to play the game if you only have this one. They should have this one. They're all connected to this executable path or executable file. So without this, you won't be able to play it. So let's try to play the game. It's up to you if you want it already to be um, play just like this, or you want to install it into your PC. So there we have it. We have now the letter catch game. So play, I'll catch the letter. So we will be waiting for 8 float time. And then we're not gonna play that again. We're just gonna simply here and quit. And there you have it. So next we will now be building or creating the installer for this game.